Hello, welcome to Artist in Residence, the segment where four artists are going to draw along to a video provided by an artist connected to the Moonshot Network. In this case, I believe Juliet's partner put this together for us. Um Artists, I'm gonna introduce you in the order that I see you on the screen, and you can introduce. Well, I'm gonna call on you. You can introduce yourself, and say a little thing about yourself, and then we'll get fucking rolling. Victoria.
Hi, I'm Victoria.
Monday.
Hi, I'm Monday.
Ira.
Hello, I'm Ira.
And Eclipse.
Hi, I'm Eclipse.
And without further ado, I think let's start this video and get rolling.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Juliet. Welcome to the Joy of Painting with our artist in residence, Ryan.
During this segment.
Ryan, take it away.
The artist will.
Alright. Today we will be doing a painting. Hopefully that's obvious with the easel and the canvas. So I just have a canvas here. I've gessoed it with a homemade mixture of water, white glue, baking soda, and cornstarch. So that will be fun. It just textures the canvas and hopefully helps the paint go across the surface easier. I imagine most of you who are following this at home or on the stream are using a digital canvas. You don't necessarily need to texture your drawing surface with your digital art program, but if you can apply a texture, I think that would be fun, or just go across it with a rough brush. But that's not necessary. But yeah, why don't we get started? We will start by covering the whole canvas with a base layer. It will also double as our sky. It is also one of the lighter colors in our painting, so we want to put that down first so we don't have to worry about going back with a lighter color. Okay, so for our dour gray blue sky, I got white. I think it's titanium white.
We got some titanium white here.
I've got, I think maybe a Mars black, and then a cobalt blue. You don't have to get too specific, just white, a blue, a black, and we'll see if we can make the right color. So let's see. I've got a little stir stick that I borrowed from work. I'm sure they will love it back after it's been covered in acrylic paint. So we're mixing in a little bit of blue into our white. It's very strong. So let's temper it with a little black. And a little bit of white back in there. I think that's looking quite dour. So, I'll start with a big, fat, cheap brush. And not making any shapes. I'm just going to cover the canvas.
And since we've got to cover the canvas, I think it looks like we're going to be mixing in some water there to help.
Yeah, just to help stretch the paint a little bit.
Since it's just this thin cover to start the...
Doing this digitally is so much fun.
Yeah.
No idea what I'm doing. Is it cheating if I just guess the color and lay it down?
No.
Awesome. Love to hear it.
Can I just get the hex code from the video? Use a contrast analyzer.
I'm not that advanced a cheater.
Which one? Sort of.
There's
Right now, I
no
feel
rule
like-
that says a dog can't play basketball.
Like archetypal color of the...
Right now I just feel like Roth Wiggum. I'm just kind of like, I'm painting.
Ohio? Not
Ohio.
in the pejorative
Ohio mentioned.
sort of sense of the phrase.
Not in the
But just-
pejorative.
you know, the sky in Ohio is gray. Maybe not quite this dark gray all the time, but that blue
Been to Ohio recently, can confirm.
is a secondary one. Anyway.
I was gonna say, do we have like feet on the ground in Ohio to confirm this?
I'm an Ohioan by
you might
birth.
notice I don't know.
There we
it shows up
go.
very well. You might notice the little string running down the length of my canvas. That's just for my own purposes. I am using a reference image, which I'm sure we will share at some point. But for now, not super necessary. We're just starting with.
We're painting a classical Renaissance image today, right? Which is I believe you described a lovely little lad.
Yeah, a lovely little lad. Sort of a
that's exciting to
Mona
hear.
Lisa type. I don't know if I would say coy.
Coy's an interesting word for it. We talked about doing still life, but portrait.
Layering in some more blue on mine.
Slightly more fun to do in this sort of assemblage.
It's okay. You're just setting it to your regional state variant.
Are very fun. I'll have
Oh,
to do
from
this
the-
again from the gesso. I should have said this earlier, but I would encourage you to maybe grab a
I see people in
rough
chat trying to work
textured
out
sort of brush
strategically
instead of
when they
just
should
paint
donate to
bucketing
flip
the
the
whole
canvas.
this dour gray color.
I need a rough textured brush. Yeah, I'll use this.
One of my favorite
I
art
feel like
programs
the
is
best strategy is donate as often as
actually-
possible. Just
Yeah,
really
that's
keep
true.
everyone off their game. This really
Keep
fucks
them on
up.
their
It has
toes.
some lovely,
Donate entire
really
bank account.
crunchy,
No.
textured brushes. Be creative with it
Crunchy.
and also let some fun little brush strokes.
If anyone's
come
curious, the
through.
textures I'm using are from Quake 1.
Especially if you are
Oh my God.
working with traditional media.
As you can
or
see.
you aren't,
This is a fucking...
starting with a little texture
like,
on your canvas.
what do you call it? Heavy steel
I'm just
texture?
kind of mixing the paint as I
Amazing.
go. I'm not worried too much about
Have I ever played Quake 1? I don't know if
color
I have.
accuracy.
I haven't either.
Just having fun.
Great!
with it.
I think I played Quake 64.
Even though this isn't a digital,
Video was just like,
Canvas
yeah, get
and,
a texture on your
we
thing, and
do
it was
have
like,
some
all right, I'll use
something to dry.
like a stone. I got
things
fucking
to
this
dry.
thing.
It's not impossible to do. I've got a little leftover white on my palette that I'm just going to apply at the top. Really no other reason, just other than to make a little bit of a gradient, just to play around with.
Beautiful
Nothing too
Ohio
wild or
sky.
serious.
You know the other way I would describe this, especially with this gesso texture? This is very moon.
Sure. That's probably appropriate
Ah.
for.
The
Man.
Moonaissance Faire.
Yeah. We're just missing some craters. I think the gesso otherwise does a pretty good job at mimicking a moon texture.
Great.
Perfect. Now we're going to move on to some green. Okay, so the next step is going to be putting a green onto the canvas. So I've just got just had some cobalt blue, and now I have I think a cadmium yellow, and mixing equal parts of that. At the moment it's quite dark, so I'm going to add a little bit of white. Kind of turning into a lovely shamrock green. I
Is
think
the
I
white
want-
going to lighten it or desaturate it?
I don't know.
Maybe a little bit of
A
both?
little bit of both.
Oh, and then the yellow.
But wait, digital mixing doesn't work like that. This is not gonna...
There's no way.
I'm
I'm
realizing
just
what's
gonna
gonna
guess.
happen. Yeah.
A pastoral green.
Yeah.
Yeah, pastoral green, slightly dried grass green, you know.
Alright,
grass
fuck
at
it.
the beginning of
ACA,
summer,
or
not quite dried out, but
accessibility,
starting to
what's it
really
called?
feel the effects of the
Contrast. Here we go. CCA contrast, color contrast analyzer.
proper.
Use that.
Advanced techniques.
There we go. All right. Now I
my
have the exact color they have. Wait, that's not it. Hang on. Okay, I got it.
Is using layers permitted here, or is that
Lovely.
also
I'm
duplicitous
using
behavior?
layers.
Okay, awesome. Me too.
Go with what your heart tells you.
My heart is telling me to make this as easy as possible for myself.
Well, I used a lot of it for the Just.
Bad at painting.
All right. It's the exact shade of green.
Cool. All right. Okay.
Art has no heart anymore. It's all just.
I can't believe they finally made art easy.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste any paint, so I'll go ahead and
Don't want to waste
clean
any
off my
digital
stick
paint.
just by applying it to the canvas. You know.
Maybe I
Don't
won't
wanna waste any.
multiply.
Okay.
I don't.
So we are making a grassy field. It's gonna fill about 3/4 of the canvas. I would say we're not gonna go any higher than like this. Putting a little water on my brush just to thin out the paint a bit more. All right, and then we're just gonna brush this on.
Sideways.
Shit, okay.
Working quickly,
That is not the right
filling
green.
about 3/4
Too
of the
quick.
canvas with a kind of a block of green.
Oh.
It doesn't go perfectly straight across. We're gonna start a little higher on the left side and make a little slant. Doesn't have to be too specific or out of any real, just like a low angle. The sense of a, you know, a gentle slope or a rolling hill. Nothing
God.
crazy.
This
And don't worry too much about.
is not the right green. I'm just gonna roll with
Just roll with it.
That's okay.
It's your own
And,
beautiful creation.
No,
Mhm.
I'd call it a
This is
rectangle with
art.
a little bit of a roof.
That's what it's all about.
But technically, I'm trying to think of my geometry.
Who needs color theory?
Sure.
Perhaps when you
That's
take a
right.
rectangle and
Who
you
needs
That's the
anything
spirit.
anymore?
just on top of it. A
You-
parallelogram would be if both of them were. Trapezoid can also have both of them, but at different, like, discrete angles. But I think if you
Both my parents are artists, so I'm glad they're not watching this.
two right angles on a quadrilateral, it probably is a trapezoid. But honestly, I think rectangle with a roof makes just as much sense.
I wonder if I can blur the top to get that kind of.
Yellow.
We're gonna play
so the
toys.
Paint I've already mixed.
Okay.
Giving myself some hue jitter.
Partially
Make it look
just
more
to
like paint.
put a little more paint on the canvas, but also the blue of the dour gray sky is definitely affecting this green and making it a bit more rich than I want it to. But you know, it happens to be a bit
I
more
am
of a
curious
richer,
what
richer
art
field of
programs everyone
grass.
is using, because I feel like we always
think
have
we can make
a
that work.
range.
I'm in Procreate
Studio.
on an
It'll
iPad.
just be a part of the process.
I am also in Clip.
Again,
I'm in
I encourage you
Rebel
not to
5
use, you know,
because there
try
was
to
a free
avoid using the
download.
paint bucket, grab a brush,
As
grab
one
a
does,
Nice big
yeah.
crunchy brush.
That's actually
Maybe
pretty
go
cool.
with the eraser tool. Give your strokes a bit of a texture. Don't worry too much if you don't have a solid green. What did you say? A trapezoid. I think it gives the painting character if you have some of the background poking through. Let's see. And with the last remaining bit of green paint on my palette, looking again at my reference image yet to be revealed, and I'm adding a bit of,
That titanium white.
yeah, a bit of that titanium white to that green, and making, as the grassy hill or slope recedes into the background, it does lighten a little bit. So we're just adding that white, but I don't want something too vibrant. I'd rather it kind of melt into the background.
I wonder what's going to be on this field. I'm
almost done
interested to see where this
here.
is going.
Yeah. A joyous boy or whatever? I forget exactly what was said.
Joyous boy. What kind of creature will I be
A
rendering?
fun little gradient going.
Making this worse.
Hits that part of the background.
Pardon our fridge, adding a bit
For
of
people who weren't here or
ambiance.
didn't see last
Ambiance.
year's, you should go watch the
Working in our
VOD.
kitchen is a lot
Find
cheaper
it,
than
so
getting
it's really
a studio to rent.
I'm gonna need to do that.
Alright, so
Riley's
not to waste
wife,
paint, and we are going to be
Mandy,
working
was
with
our
green again.
painter,
I'm
and
adding
there
some.
was like no
how do you
point
pronounce it?
at which
Phthalo
anyone
green?
knew where the
sure,
video
phthalo-
was gonna go
phthalo
next.
Solid green, so a dark green, more on the blue side, and we're gonna make some bushes that go
Okay.
above our green field of grass, kind of in the far background against the sky. They're not going to be super detailed. They're far in the distance. So yeah, I'm just mixing in some of this
Hello, green.
green, picking up some of this yellowish
I feel
green
like
that we were working with.
I'm pretty happy with
earlier.
mine, except for
A
the
little bit
fucking Quake
darker.
1
So I'm
texture,
gonna
which I
put
feel like is
some
holding it back
black.
severely.
Some blue that we were using earlier. Got sort of a stormy green going on.
Okay, so let's pull up my CCA color contrast
Alright.
analyzer and just kind of...
And again, these are far back. In
The
reference
advanced
image I'm using
techniques.
Them, they're barely
Ah, shit, I missed
distinguishable
it.
as bushes or trees.
Stop moving your paintbrush. Okay. Oh no, I missed it again. Oh, here we go.
As I'm going along, I'm also gonna adjust paint. I want it a bit darker. So yeah, we just want
You're
some
creating quick time
vague
events for yourself, Eclipse.
lump shape,
I am.
maybe a caterpillar
Wait, shit, I lost it
shape of
again.
sorts.
What, how did I... Okay, here.
Nothing too specific.
The first year we
I would-
did this, we did it
I
to
don't
an
even
actual
necessarily
Bob
want to
Ross
describe the
video,
shape
and
to
he
you because
paints
it's-
so
just make the
fast. It was
silhouette of a lumpy
crazy.
Oh, I can't
caterpillar
imagine.
munching on.
We
I tried doing that in art
Riley-
school.
grass that we painted.
We literally had like Riley in our ears, like yelling instructions, like we were doing an
Just to add,
MMO
like, the
raid.
barest-
Like you're in boot camp. Drill sergeant.
With some of that, the
Yeah, we're
black
good.
with the
Yeah, with the follow.
PHTH.
It's like I've never seen a bush before.
Having some
Yeah, I've never
That's
seen a
kind of how
bush
I'm
like
feeling
that
right
either.
now. What? This looks like a green cloud.
Or a caterpillar. Again, this is a
Okay.
far pushed back tree line, barely even distinguishable as trees. On the underbelly of our little caterpillar here,
I just need a smaller brush.
brighter, almost a
I went too small. Oh
blue. I'm gonna mix some white back
my god.
into our paint.
Never seen a tree before.
Ooh.
I'm so confused. Like disorienting myself despite the clear instructions.
And sort of dress the underbelly of our caterpillar friend here.
I know that they said not to really like make it tree shapes, but I'm just doing triangles. It's gonna be easier.
You gotta.
To help contrast between the tree line and the grass. And I think also to help the
Not a
effect that this is
tree.
quite far away. The camera that took the picture of our reference image isn't even focused on this at all. It's just a blurry blob. We can only imagine the greenery in the background, really.
I can only imagine.
Wait, I can smudge on
Captured in
this.
the mind's eye rather than in the eye's eye.
Oh
Totally.
my god, what am I doing?
Beautiful. Okay, so we've got our sky, we've got our trees, we've got our lovely little grassy knoll. What?
Sinister
The
laugh.
grassy knoll is often used specifically in reference to JFK assassination.
Really? I've been
Really?
watching King of the Hill, and
We could be going in
Dale
that direction.
Gribble, you know, is constantly talking about
Could
the
be.
grassy knoll. So I think that's why that might be so at the forefront of my
Linguistic
subcon- yeah.
lexicon.
the grassy knoll. I mean, we could pivot and make sort of a Renaissance reinterpretation of the JFK assassination.
That's kind of what I thought we were about to do.
We're gonna stick with this. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this. I mean,
Does
perhaps-
someone have to
perhaps
donate
you
for
can
us to pencil
imagine
him in?
that
Yeah, what's the dollar amount necessary for this?
watching the procession
It's sad
will
just
take
rolling down the
place
hill.
with that coy Mona Lisa smile
$2,000.
on their face. Maybe they know
There we
what's
go.
about to happen.
That's a fair price.
I don't know.
I think so.
Anyway,
Open your
the majority of
wallets.
our figure is going to be a lovely sort of dry chestnut, dried leaf, fall, autumnal sort of brown.
Do you want to start with burnt umber or burnt sienna?
We'll probably start with burnt sienna. We don't necessarily need to mix this color all that much because it actually almost perfectly matches. Oh, no, it's perfect. So we've got our. I'm not even going to mix this because this is just going to be a base layer. It's just a whole bunch of this sienna. Honestly, any sienna will do, but if you don't have this sort of shade of sienna, just
No, I can get that shade of sienna.
At least one of us
So
can.
you took, I don't know, carmine red and maybe some vibrant oranges, and then
It's like
Okay, so we're gonna start with
carmine. That's the pigment made from like
base
bugs,
color
right?
of our
Yeah,
lovely
yeah, the beetle
guy.
shells, right?
All right. So we're gonna start with another sort of trapezoidal shape. We're gonna start about halfway on the bottom of our canvas, about halfway through it, a little bit more towards the right of the canvas. We're gonna make a lovely little just trapezoid shape like this. We're gonna about to paint on top of this, so I'm not gonna worry too much about making like a really thick, solid layer. You kind of want some of this green showing through. So we got a little trapezoidal lump here in the corner. Let's see. I'm just gonna bring it up a little bit more.
My dad had that.
Perfect.
Trapezoidal lump.
Trapezoidal lump. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yes. We're gonna
Yeah.
make a
That must have been really hard for your
pencil
family.
lad's neck.
It was
It's
rough.
gonna protrude about maybe 2/3 going upwards of the canvas. We're gonna make another little trapezoidal rectangular shape, almost like the fin of a killer whale or orca, except cut the little tip off so it's like a trapezoid. It's not really gonna intersect too much with our tree line yet. So actually, I will start by making a little diagonal line.
Cows, maybe?
Do like here.
Okay, maybe not.
Could be.
Extend that down.
Immediately wrong. I know that's not right. Okay.
How much for Ira to just whip out a hot babe on this one like last year? I will whip out hot babes at any time for a sufficient amount of money.
Bless.
I don't mind if it's picking up some of the green. We want a little bit of green yellow in here. Regardless, you'll notice that between these two shapes, we've got this L shape here.
Horse?
Where the second
Yeah, it could be a horse.
shaped trapezoid meets the bottom one.
It's kind of what a horse looks like.
More. Perfect. Okay.
Seen enough
Now we're
horses
gonna
to
start
know.
with the head shape. Let's see. Let's go about halfway. There's this L shape where the second trapezoid meets the first one. We're gonna go like halfway between it.
It's got to
So
be a
folks
horse.
will have to forgive me
Over
for
to
my
the left a
soothing,
little bit. We're gonna
because
make
I'm using a
another
mouse.
imaginary
so-
triangle right here. And then go up. Honestly, we're making another little trapezoid. It's going to be like right here. It's not going to intersect with the tree line again. Don't worry too much about whether or not it's dragging paint. Again, if you're using a digital format or whatever, maybe try out some of your watercolor brushes if you have them, or oil paint brushes.
The
to try and
proportions on my
drag up
horse are very
down.
I'm really scared by this
I'm
thing.
kind of scared too. What am I making? Have I ever drawn a horse before?
Still
I'm
looking
getting
at
scared.
my reference image.
I feel like it made my
Just
horse too big.
slightly Put a little bulbous edge.
Mine has like a voluptuous
So you can
chest.
Get the suggestion of the true identity, shape, and form of our little lad. I'll put little
Okay.
bulge here. This
His
I don't know if
identity.
you noticed, but this trapezoid sort of mirrors this first trapezoid, except it's tilted
This
a
is the
little
worst
bit.
horse I've ever.
Um,
His neck.
I feel like introducing trapezoid as a.
I'm looking at everybody's neck shapes right now.
Oh.
Theirs looks very gentle. Mine just feels like menacing. It has such control.
So
over
like
the-
a horse.
Yeah, I don't want to make
Yeah.
it too dark.
Here, let me see if I can
It's got a sad vibe to it, mine.
force it up.
It is no neck.
Ollie.
Okay. Not quite done with
They're
this
inventing a new kind of horse.
yet.
I wonder if I should just do
Innovators.
this. Move it down.
Add sort of a fat banana.
Chad
a
is
fat
really
banana
excited about the
parentheses
horse.
almost, the left one
Yeah,
is
this is
the
horses.
right one. Beautiful.
I remember horse, and this is
Okay.
it.
Fill in some.
I'm scared somebody is gonna have us flip our canvases. Okay. Would be a good time.
It's really funny that this is horse,
Alright.
considering what happened at Parliament yesterday.
We've got our base layer. We're gonna start by
I love when we unintentionally have a theme carry through from one
lightening up
day to
some
the
areas
next.
because I really want this top shape to pop forward a bit more. The rest of this is angled sort of farther away from us. I want to push this whole shape back and pull this one forward. So we're going to do that with some yellow, my cadmium yellow. Mix that a little bit. See what I got. Ooh, that's actually really nice. Cool.
It's like an orange-ish.
I'm gonna punch it on here. Maybe add a little bit white.
We're gonna CCA that color.
Now my horse has
Computer
rosacea.
yellow. I'm coming in with a brighter. I added some white to that. Burnt sienna yellow. Make sure I just made. Because again, I want
Cannot be
this
right.
to come forward. Just kind of coloring the bulbous end of our shape here.
The glowing snout.
Perfect. Excellent.
I thankfully made this a little bit of separate layers, so I can, you know, I can mess with that.
I did not do that, so you know whatever happens to my horse is permanent now.
Oh no! High
Push the
stakes.
shape back more. Going back with some of that sienna that I have left over.
Monday's really got it in terms of the
Thank you.
colors.
Yeah.
Maybe so. I'm just guessing.
We'll keep guessing.
It
You're
looks-
doing a good job.
Thank you. It looks dark on my screen when I like actually take a peek at Twitch. But that's okay. It's like dour.
Little lightening of the
What
nose
if I just
of
like,
our handsome lad.
that's kind of something.
All right.
Handsome
We're
lad.
gonna add in some darks to our shapes. Still got a bunch of the raw sienna on the canvas. Don't see why we can't use that.
The longer this is a normal horse, the more nervous I get about what's going to happen to it.
Agreed.
For my sake, just
Is it
to-
gonna have horrible, like, wet teeth or something?
Yeah, where's
Like-
this going?
Mixing in some black here. 'Cause we want. I'm gonna start putting some shadows on our handsome lad.
Our handsome
Shadows
lad.
on the walls of the canvas.
Okay.
All right. So we've got that first trapezoid. Gonna make, you know, a lot of our lad is composed of trapezoids and triangles. So we're gonna make another triangle. This darker shape here. We want the like I don't know, flat edge of the triangle. I'm gonna drag this down.
Okay.
I will also say, if I get a canvas flip and then a redeemed babe, I will not flip the babe. So it is possible to upside down the babes.
Okay, we did get a $10 donation for turn canvas.
Oh.
Alright.
Alright. Are you flipping it upside down or what?
I flipped upside down. That feels the most disruptive.
Alright, I gotta figure out.
Let's go.
Shape.
Oh no, no, I
Parallel
inverted
to
it.
it on the right side.
Alright.
Get some more paint.
I'm sorry, I have no idea how to do this.
It's okay, take your time.
Drag it down.
Oh, this is already so disorienting. Oh shit.
I don't like it.
Transform.
No.
I'm ready. I'm
Painting,
good.
especially on a digital canvas, is that
At least one of us is confident.
Because I'm not using a I'm not using a pad. I'm using a mouse.
Dry, but, you know.
Wait, you're doing this with a mouse? I just connected the dots. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're the bravest of us all.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Alright.
All right. Then we want to put a little square down here.
I know damn well this is not the right color.
Beautiful. And then
You know, I should have looked up how to do this beforehand.
Got this triangle
Wait,
here,
angle.
and we want to put some.
Oh, his beautiful neck tendon.
Alright, there we go.
His beautiful neck tendon. The wonder of nature.
Okay, and one is gonna go down.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh, but it's got to be a separate. Okay, I need to not make this be an overlayer. Okay, I see it kind of.
Like so.
Oh, no, what have I missed? Okay.
Just for some variety, I'm adding a little bit of blue.
No, that's not.
Oh no, not the blue.
Sienna mixture.
To this. Okay. I'm just gonna go in with a painterly blender and just kind of hang on. Whoa.
Fat.
Oh my god, I'm falling behind. I'm so disoriented. No.
This was going to be as much of a setback as it actually is.
I should just lost time following the instructions, so now I'm just guessing.
Green. Doohickeys.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize we're all the way on top of the head now.
I'm still this dark. I don't want to waste it.
I'm too dyslexic for this.
I'm gonna come with this little
This is
shape
terrible.
here. We're gonna come. We've got this one here. We're gonna make a little round
I'm
here.
lost on this bit.
Come over.
Oh god, it has
Yeah.
eyes? Okay.
What an eldritch horror! A horse with eyes.
I'm like so behind, I keep looking up and being horrified to find it has new body parts.
That happened to my buddy Eric.
Fuck. Okay, the eyes are definitely difficult with the upside down.
I don't know where to place this shit. Okay, one of them is gonna be like, oh no. Oh no, I know this is wrong.
Rice.
Oh shit.
Mine looks
My horse is
pissed.
so watery. I need to bulk him up.
Come through just with some more titanium white.
Oh no.
New brush. I'm gonna break it in a little bit. Cool.
Yeah, there's something.
This-
And we're gonna cut through this top shape.
Hmm.
The
It's like
brilliant
a-
blaze of
Brilliant
What?
blaze.
That patch
Oh, we're doing a
over
white.
called a
Okay.
blaze?
Okay.
Cool.
I've also just like stopped layering completely here.
Yeah, I've given up.
You can't keep up if you're managing layers.
These nice
No.
dynamic shadows that we've got
Yeah.
to really help
That is not even.
kind of give
That's,
some of the
well.
Yeah, the dynamic shot.
I don't know, the roundness, even though we're
Yeah.
it's funny to think about how
Then I'll do a
flat canvas can
painterly
still
blender.
depict, like a three-dimensional image.
Sure. I just want to put this.
It also has nostrils. I didn't even notice the nostrils. Shit.
Wait.
Oh no.
It has nostrils?
There's like little nostrils, right?
I've ceased to like recognize this upside down thing as a horse.
More.
Just sort of arranging shapes.
Coming back in with that
Oh, it definitely looks like an anteater.
kind of.
Yeah, I fear that's kind of what's happening to me as well.
It's all part of the journey.
The journey.
Also, what's our endgame with the eyes here? I'm like, they don't look real yet.
It's kind of a triangle.
Yeah.
The shape of our handsome lad.
I've gone from trying to paint to just trying to survive. I just gotta get things on the canvas at this point.
That's just like the artist's dilemma.
Yeah, isn't that what it's always like?
Mhm.
I'm working with pretty much just a black here.
Okay.
Mixed with just a little bit of that.
Oh,
sienna.
Black
Oh,
is
that's.
the
I guess it's gonna be its
only
mouth,
color that really makes
or
up.
like
No.
something like it.
We've got
I've missed.
brown.
shading.
We've got potentially the
Oh, it's like its
reflection
cheek.
of
Okay.
the grass coming in. But really,
I'm actually not too upset about mine right now. As difficult as this has been.
I can pick out.
Oh, it has like black in the ears. I completely missed that. Shit.
It gets
too much
away
going
from
on.
you.
The nature.
We're
of
like birds with blankets thrown over our cages.
Just utterly disoriented.
Thank you
What
so
time
much
is
for the
it?
$9.99 donation with the comment. Sorry, I'm letting y'all suffer a little longer.
Thank you.
really like this rich color.
That's funny.
I'm glad.
It's all in good fun.
I'd rather be drawing babes.
With the extra brush.
Who among us wouldn't?
Different parts of the brush. Stroke,
No, having fun.
have
Certainly be doing a better job.
some
Yeah.
Yeah.
depth to them.
My wheelhouse.
Right now, I'm just kind of adding in nothing too specific, but just some like highlights, some shadow. I'm
Just
coming
get
back down to the bottom, a little shape here.
That,
Oh shit,
Adding
where are we?
some yellow.
We're all the way down
Kind of
there?
tracking some of the black that I was working
More like
with, which
up
honestly-
here.
Oh Christ, there's like lines on the. Oh god.
Oh no!
If it
There's
makes
too
color of it,
much.
that's
Okay.
Because again, it's kind of
It's
a
like,
dour,
oh,
so
that's
that-
green.
That our handsome little lad is gazing upon.
So true.
What if nothing happens and it's just a normal, beautiful horse?
That's kind of what I'm thinking might be happening
Yeah.
here, but I'm
I
also
think
like,
that may
not
be
gonna
the
let my
event.
guard down.
Sure.
Aspect in.
And be like, all right, now we're gonna add the alien ship.
All fine, gentlemen.
I see that there's blue,
That
but I
is some
can't figure
hair.
out where that's gonna go in relation to like my canvas.
Ears,
Mhm.
which we will define.
Oh, he's got fluffy ears now?
Yellow,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
been working
No.
Oh fuck, we gotta put little yellow hairs in there.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, we've got
Everything's
this.
fine.
I'm kind of just faking it by putting down like a little bit of oil paint and then just like painterly blendering the fuck out of it.
Yeah, there
Just
you go.
hoping
Yeah, fine.
it works.
Not much of a fun.
Oh, I definitely did one of the ears
All right, we
backwards.
have another
Fun to see
donation
them
for you to
end of
flip your
this.
canvas.
Oh,
Stir
oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Do we flip
Thank
it
you.
back now?
With the comment, or don't, I'm not a cop.
Of the shadow on the ears.
Oh
Fix his
no!
eyes
gonna-
now.
It's so fucked up.
I'm just kind of
Oh
switching
shit!
variety.
It's so scary.
Need a sharper yellow for this. There.
Now I gotta correct. I gotta make so many corrections.
I know.
Exactly.
Mine is a
Let me-
sickness.
Again,
The
relying
sickness.
on the audience to know what a
The
horse
tuberculoid
is.
horse. Okay. I wanna
You
get.
never know.
Alright, it actually won't let me flip it.
About playtime.
Oh,
Or is it
you're just
like
stuck upside down?
Hoarseness and
Well,
loudness?
I'm trying to flip it. I'm trying to flip it horizontally now. It's just not. It's just not.
Sure.
I think my horse's
Alright.
entire head is the wrong shape.
Which I think makes sense, right? like
Excuse
this is
me.
the idea that there are.
I found that horse Mitsuki was talking about.
Right, or that there exists
Sure.
this
Cold
world
air.
of ideas that any horse or image of a horse we
This
are
must be
pulling
cold air.
from this kind of concept.
Alright, it's
of
flipped enough.
Like, how do you have a noun? Well, you have the all horse. You have that thing that horseness is a feature of. Right?
Okay.
Mhm.
So
And
true.
here today we're evoking, or we could be evoking the all horse, or we could be communing with the all horse, depending on how you
Sure.
think about
I'm
it.
always doing
Bring
that.
in some highlights.
I kind of feel like I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I completely
And the
understand
interaction's
horses.
going poorly.
everyone's always talking
Next,
about how
I'm
much I do
dragging some
this.
Color around. It's fine. I can always come back later if I really
I missed so much neck detailing.
Yeah, I'm like trying to
Bless.
catch up and just failing.
I'm scared.
I almost wonder if I should just keep it.
Yeah, mine's probably just gonna have a tubular neck.
If you wanted
All I can think of with communing with the horse is that I went to an animal sanctuary and like a pig came over to start a fight with a horse.
it's about how
The animal kingdom works in
Happens.
mysterious
Fighting a
ways.
horse.
Yeah, no, you
Feels
just
like an important detail.
went. Yeah, I just went to the horse's territory to just like start shit.
Starting shit with a horse is crazy.
The nose of our little lad isn't quite this yellowish brown color we got going on. It's more of a gray, a fine velvety gray. I'm gonna grab some more white, which I'll show you in a moment.
No, that's awful.
it's funny.
I feel like I made my horse worse.
The details to the nose. He's got
Mine is getting more horrifying by the minute.
I just use a pen for this.
Sure.
Hey, I'm snorfing here.
Snorfing.
I'm having so much difficulty troubleshooting what's wrong with the shape of my horse's head, so I've decided to just accept him.
Got a whole bunch
It's
of
just how
Fair.
he is.
black
can't
and
help it.
brown and all these beautiful
This is what he
colors that
knows.
I'm just gonna take from.
It's all he knows.
I'm just gonna make a gray.
Okay,
I'm gonna slap it on here.
slap it.
Darker.
I don't want to slap him. I'm getting attached.
Yeah, don't make me slap him.
And part of that is the sienna has such
It
a good
does.
red in it.
It does.
Oh no.
Okay.
Mine looks cunty now. I don't know
Kind of
why.
almost entirely covering the bulbous end of the nose here. You might notice that I want to leave some of this blaze here that's
Okay.
coming over between the nostrils.
I don't know
Not
what the
quite
fuck is
touching the
happening
lip.
in terms of
Yeah, where are we
It
going
also
with
does
this?
lighten a little
gray
bit as it-
situation.
Yeah, I'm wondering where this is going.
We got a
For
$10 donation
face.
from Don't Florp the Canvas.
That yellow.
Okay.
God, what are we doing here?
That paint is still quite fresh, but we're gonna put some.
I'll just pop a cheeky little babe on there then. Anytime we have a donation that's
nostrils in there. We gotta give our little lad
that's
a
not
bit
for
of
flip a
breeze.
canvas.
That's
That's
very
cheeky
put a
babe
babe.
time.
Okay,
But,
It's
you know,
spooky
I'm
babe.
horse
learning
that
from
can't breathe is
Andrew
still a horse,
that
and that's all
Tiltify
that
isn't letting people put the word flip in the in their notes
Why?
because of profanity, which is why people have been donating
Oh, that's
as
funny.
turn canvas.
Florp.
And that's
I kind of think it's an improvement.
Yeah, it's kind of good.
Nostrils.
It's flipping stupid's what it is.
Nice thing about this paint being so wet is that I can go in with this black.
Alright, I'm gonna
Will
put
not
this.
be a solid
Shit. I'm also gonna make a babe. So,
bar
bull.
of black, but instead pick up and mix with.
Think about where this babe is going.
I fear I won't have time to make a
Which is
babe.
what I want.
Oh my god, there's nostrils? Okay.
We're
You
kind of
look away
back
for
to
1
nostrils.
second.
Textures in the
She has
nostrils,
horse
don't worry
ears, too.
about that
Horse
right now.
babe.
I'm just
Horse babe.
trying to define the lips a bit.
Maybe we are just painting a horse.
No, I think
Normal
that's,
style.
And
I don't think we're being tricked.
make sure that muzzle's
I think it
a
might just be
forward,
earnestly a
that little white
horse.
splotch I put,
Which is
put
kind of its own
dark
horror.
behind it.
Horses are so hard to draw.
That's fine.
Wait.
Really
We were going. He said he had lips. He has lips now. Okay, I guess they do.
Oh no. Okay.
Anyone can do it.
This babe does
Anyone
not
can
normally
do
fit
it.
the aesthetic of this
Just
painting.
All depends on, whether or not you have or want to spend time on it. And in this day and age,
It's got an expression
regardless of
now.
what you produce or the quality of it, as long as you're doing it yourself. it will mean
Yeah, thank you
more.
to Juliet for a donation to left, right, horizontal, the canvas.
Okay.
Are we flipping
So-
again?
Are we flipping horizontal this time?
Yes, Juliet wishes
Okay.
horizontal.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright.
now I can see even more things wrong with it.
90%, 90 degrees.
I gotta do a
Okay,
correction.
taking a babe break to actually draw my horse. I can't get too far behind.
Yeah, I won't have time if I try to draw a babe. I'm too slow for this.
Final details.
I'm going real quick nasty on my babe.
There you go.
Quick, nasty, babes. That's what we deliver.
That's what we're all about.
You know, my babe is she's just going to be on a completely different angle. She's just
I really want to
My babe is in a different art style, so.
yeah. No, she's just going to be a stick figure, but she'll have big boobs.
Down into this shape.
Hell yeah.
The shoulders a little bit.
Okay, wait. What muscles?
Short
do I need
legs.
to put on my horse?
Muscles that we can just.
No more
Beautiful.
muscles. Please, no more horse muscles.
Rectangles and such.
Donate for more horse muscles.
No!
Donate to buff our horses.
To buff our horse.
Make that horse strong.
Send the horses to the gym.
As the hair
Pump up
on
that
his
horse.
face becomes finer and finer, showing this
Right.
very
Fuck.
tender,
Very tender.
fragile skin that's pinkish white, and so I'm mixing a little bit of red, which we haven't actually used yet. Red, a little bit of white that I'm just pulling from
We have another
canvas,
$10
and I'm
donation
making,
for
like-
partial spin.
No.
Okay.
So like 90 degree?
Happy accident.
Wait,
45?
15.
40?
Yeah, like 40.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
No,
This is
I'm
Sure.
making shit up. Don't listen to me.
32. That's what I'm going to do.
No, 45.
Yeah.
Oh no, you guys can see the ugly edges of my canvas. That's okay.
I'm just eyeballing it because Procreate doesn't let me
Set
do
the
that.
Bottom of the blaze.
Oh god, we need to oh boy, that's gonna be...
Oh no, not the pink nose. Okay.
Alright, so I think that's good enough for our horse.
I'm going really...
Oh no, wait, the horse
That
is...
sort of implies there's something
Alright,
else
so we have our
coming.
Yeah.
lovely little lad.
I hope they asked us to draw a babe.
I think we're missing one thing. Right?
Please, please.
Yeah, then we'll be ahead.
A name
Yes.
for this
Ah.
lovely little lad.
Oh.
Okay.
Grassy knoll.
Donate to name. Donate to name the
Donate
horse.
to name the horse.
At home and you in the chat. See if you can come up with a perfect name for
Yeah.
the horses that you've
It does not have to be grassy knoll.
And coming up into the lead, it's Grassy Knoll in the 10th, Grassy Knoll in the 15th.
I can look this up later.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a horse race live, so I don't know what they
I don't
say.
think I've seen one either. You can find a lot of, there's a lot of historical clips of big time winners. I actually don't know if Seabiscuit won anything, but American
Didn't
Pharaoh,
Seabiscuit win, like, a ton?
Yeah, something like that.
Stel Marillion. Different horse. Shadowfax.
Shadowfax. Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
All right.
Thanks for joining us on.
Oh shit, that's it, okay.
Yep.
Nothing horrible happened to the horse.
Wait, it's just a horse.
Bye bye.
With your artist, Ryan.
Alright. Well, I gotta make
Alright.
this...
Very adamant about naming the horse Flip, but with the I censored.
Good.
That works. Flip is a name.
The flip
Alright.
controversial.
If you really think about it. Okay, Eternal Lover is donated for Flip with the I censored as horse name.
All right, exactly that.
Good.
Flip with the eye sensor.
Oh my god. All right, we gotta start wrapping up because we are
Oh, yeah,
we are
we're-
getting set up for co-host dating game. Oh, hi Ryan in chat. Hi, this is Ryan, the artist horse. Thanks for painting. The heart is the horse we made along the way.
It's a good beast.
It's a good beast.
This is a good beast.
Everybody show off your beautiful horses one last
Yeah.
time.
Let me flip mine.
Yeah, look at this.
correctly. It's a beautiful horse, lovely creature. God's creature. Oh, mine's. The more I look at it, the worse it gets. I was feeling kind of good for a second.
I got to
Mine is
figure out what
okay.
angle to get back to normal.
Yes.
My beautiful horse, my haunts.
All right, I believe we are going to go to the BRB screen, and then when we come back, it will be time for Jeff Stormer to meet 3 mysterious co-hostelorettes or whatever we're calling in the co-host dating game. So yeah, stick around for that.
Stay tuned.
The donation issue that people were encountering in chat is fixed, we hope. So yeah. We'll be back soon.
Thanks,
Hey.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.